Hey, welcome. Today we are going to take a look at changing the battery on this Royal Himalayan. I got a new one here, a gel cell, and see if we can't do some preventive maintenance. They say that the batteries on these as they first come out are absolute garbage and don't last long. This is a couple years old. I didn't buy it originally. For all I know, maybe it's got an upgraded battery, but it did run down on me pretty fast when I was in California for just a few days. So I'm going on the Trans-America Trail. I know that the battery's at least a couple years old. It may be preventative, but we're going to try and put this baby in here. So let's take a look at the steps and what it takes to get it done. All right, first step in changing this battery is to take this seat off. It's probably a little easier to take this bag. Well, it's not easier to take the bags off, but it's a little easier to get the seat off with the bags off. But I know that I've done this. I'm going to lift this up hard, pull the passenger seat out, lift the main seat section off. We're going to set those aside. At this point, I'm going to do a little experiment. There are a couple relays in here that are notoriously bad. I got a couple new ones, and I will put the. You know what? They do not look the same. Okay, with the seat off here, we're going to go ahead and take this panel off. There are 4 Allen head screws on here, but what you want to watch out for is the one on the lower right does not screw into the frame. I ran into this before. It's just sort of a dummy. There's a nut on the back side and it connects to nothing. So don't waste your time trying to unscrew the lower right one. There's a little socket popping thing that you do there. So we'll go ahead and take these 3 out and pop this panel right off of here. Okay, we'll come around where you can see a little better. So, they complain a lot about this stuff being in the way. You've got a wiring harness. We'll go ahead and get rid of this little cable tie here. And we'll snap that. And this comes out of a little socket holder here. We're going to pull all these wires, just get them pulled out of the way. They say this is a lot of issue in all the things that I read. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this 10 millimeter here and we're going to loosen up this forward bolt and the battery retainer bracket. And there we go. Thankfully, it hit all the way down to the floor. So we're going to try not to do what we just did, which was drop it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and take this retainer bracket out once I figure out how it hooks on in the back here. They do say that this is a lot of issue with wires and things in the way, and they are right. I've also got this little charging unit attached in here, so there's a little bit of extra. And let's see, this pushes back, pulls forward. Alright, real-time problem solving here, folks. This fighting me so much. There we go, I feel it unhook. I felt it unhook. Come out of there. This is a tight installation. I see. It goes way back behind that battery. So we've got to come quite a ways out. There we come. There we go. Alright. Get the retainer bracket out of there. We're going to go up on top and loosen up or take out the battery connections, and we'll take the battery out. Clear. Leave those there. We should be able to slide this battery right out of there. with the new one back in. Hopefully this does what it's supposed to do. Should be nothing. Oh man, it's tight. I might advise, actually, just for the weight of the battery and the trouble here, doing this on a center hand stand so you're not doing it trying to slide it out uphill. You know, hindsight's always better. There we go. There we go. Mix these wires all up. Ground. Wow, I'll tell you, it's tight on the frame. They tell you this is a tight installation, and it certainly is. What I'm seeing is this has got considerable little push forward it needs to do to get past the frame, which means actually sort of prying out the battery box itself. Come on, baby. It went in there, or else they built the frame around it. There we come. It's a distinct angle. And fortunately we are the same size. There was a little question about that for a while when I ordered this. Seems that the bolt, let's take these off because we're going to put them in vertically. All right, we're going to see if we can't wiggle this one back into place because that one was a real pain to get out. So, out with the old, in with the new. Make sure we're orienting it right. Take your time. Let's see, how did that come out of there? I got past this point. Straightened. I am literally going to have to go back to the slow motion of how the other one came out. Things should not be this tight. Okay, having taken a look at the other thing, I see what we did. The terminals actually come out last, so they're going in first. I'm going to try and do this slow. I just have this. You're going to push forward on the battery box all the time. That's the only way you gain any clearance. And a second ago, I actually pulled this out to demonstrate this for you guys. You just kind of wiggle in butts. And push forward, push forward, push forward. There we go. Boom. Ta-da! And we're in there. So it's forward, up, and out like this, but really it's getting around this diagonal right here that's the tough part. You want to make sure all the wires are out of the way. So we're in there. I'm not going to bore everybody with the rest of it, really. We're going to go ahead and hook everything all up, reconnect. But that's how you change the battery, and hopefully you don't have to do it too often. The unfortunate thing is, well, I guess, is this is a Napa battery, so this is obviously not the one that came with the supposedly terrible Indian ones, but it's still probably a couple years old, so no problem. Going on some long rides out in the middle of nowhere, and I want to make sure we got something solid, so good on us. All right, there we go.